Hey guys, welcome to Raj Makes Money, and today we had our biggest day ever of 2021 in the market. Over $1 million. So that calls for a winner chicken dinner, and there he is. So as promised, I told you guys I was going to make an epic recovery. I was up at one point, almost 1.5, could have been up almost 2 million today. A couple of things got in the way of it and some hedges and different stuff, and we'll go over all that today. But up over $1 million today. So let's take a look. $1,065,000 to be exact. So it is, if this is your first time watching, make sure you click that subscribe button on YouTube or that follow button on Facebook, because I want to see everyone make lots of money like I did today. But God, what a crazy day in the market. So as predicted, like I told you guys yesterday on the show, I said, usually after these sell-offs, you'll see a bounce. What did we do this morning? We saw a huge bounce. The Dow up over 350 points, NASDAQ up 100 plus points, S&P up. And what happened at the end of the day? Down. The Dow down 50 points. The S&P 500 down 3.5 points. And the NASDAQ squeaked out 32-point gain. So a little bit of upside there. But like I was saying, whenever these markets crash like this, they crash hard. And then they come back, but they don't always just come back the next day. So this is a couple of days of really hard crashing, and of course everybody is talking about the Feds and everything going on, and we got China, we got this Evergrande, I'm probably saying it wrong, Evergrande, whatever real estate company for $300 billion. They got a $83 million payment due on Thursday. That could really cause the next market collapse. So. Lots of stuff going on in the markets, but the good news is Lucid and the stuff I'm playing is not going to be affected by the Feds and what happens. So take a look today. eHealth down 65 cents, or up 65 cents. So our options had some movement there. I was hoping it actually for a second awful, so it deserves to go down even more. It's not even like it's a decent company or anything out there. Now Lucid today up $2.74 at the peak today. It got to $27.96 or 93 cents, excuse me. After hours, it's down a little bit. It did kind of come down in the last hour. Like I said, the last hour was when it was really peaking right up in here. Then it came all the way down, up, down, and bounced back in a little bit. But I mean, just an incredible day. I mean, 11% on an imaginary company that doesn't even have a car out yet. But the good news is next week, they're supposed to have the factory tours going on. People can actually see the cars. There's rumors about maybe actually delivering a car at the factory for this, so it'll be interesting. There's a lot of rumors going on. I think the big news on this and everything with it, why everybody likes Lucid so much, is because they got that 540-mile EPA certification on one charge. I mean, the car is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be great. Well, trust me. At the end of the year, if I'm at $10 million, I will go overpay and get a Lucid car right away, so I don't have to wait, and I can drive it around, and I can thank Lucid for paying for it. I'll thank the market makers for paying for it. Like I said, we've nailed these market. They think they've got some money back out of me because I had some hedges I had to cover and I had to do some stuff. Like I said, I would have been up at one point today. I would have been up $2 million. At one point today, just as stuff sat, when Lucid was at $27.93, I was up 1.5 million almost. So I mean, it definitely is going to move. So let me recap everything I've been doing here. So nothing on eHealth today, but Lucid, what I did today is I sold 10,000 contracts of the 28s. So for this Friday, so they got 3 more days left. So that hedge alone, we're down a little bit. I sold them at 70 cents. And I bought back the 24s for next week. Thank God I did that, because it took off after that. And then the puts, I rolled up these puts. I rolled them up to the 27s because I think it's going to keep going higher. And it won't do any good. I mean, it'll do good no matter what, but I want to take advantage of those premiums and make some money. So if Lucid on Friday is above 27, we got $173,000 more dollars. If it's not, we just roll it out to next week for 27, 28, 26. Doesn't really matter. The other thing is these 28s are nice. There's the volatility. Well, just because of the whole entire market volatility right now, and and Lucid, just with all the news for next week, the volatility is really high. So you're going to see these premiums really skyrocket. So ideally, my goal would be if Lucid was around $28 on Friday, that would be great because this 3.7 million would probably be about 4,250,000. So we'd pick up a $500,000 here by Friday, and this 860 would be zero. Now here's the thing. This is basically a dollar. Let's say $1 call it. So even if Lucid went to $29, this would probably be $5. So we'd have another 1.2 million. But we wouldn't pick, and this would be pretty much flat, and then we'd sell like the 29, 30, 31 for next week, and we'd probably be able to pick up $1.5 million, $2 million on a play like that. So I'm going to take the money out of this in the hedging because I don't want to go for that ride and pray for $35 or $40 next week or some. I mean, it could happen, and you know what? I'll be happy making a little bit less. But when you do have such a large position, it can move fast, and you got to hedge it. Because just like it went up, tomorrow if it goes down $1, this will drop 50 cents, and this will drop, 50 cents, 40 cents. But no matter what, by Friday, I'm pretty comfortable with what we have and like how everything's looking, especially that it's going to get even bigger and bigger because next Friday is, next week is the announcement on the cars and the factory and everybody to see it and stuff. So that's what we got going on there. But in other news, cryptocurrency is crashing. A good friend of mine who does a lot of stuff, he says he sees Bitcoin going to $9,000, and he's been right six out of 6 times where it pretty much goes and crashes. So I'm getting a little bit worried here. Our Coinbase account is down to $56,000 now. It's crazy just in a week's time. How fast, in 24 hours, how fast. It's been as high as 62. So it's definitely crashing. So it could be a good buying opportunity. I don't know. Or is it going to go a lot lower? Meme stocks aren't performing very well to the market. Like I said, Dow down again. It tried to rally. We have a weak market. We have a lot of stuff going on. And it's going to be interesting what happens. And we still have this, COVID variant that we got to deal with. So definitely going to be exciting to see what everything happens here and stuff. So Rent Slots says Jackie gets new shoes. She just may. So thank you. RG Slotwin said killed it. Thank you so much. Let's see, Steven, I was watching Lucid all day, and it just kept going up while everything was going down. No, and that's what I was telling. I was talking to somebody else earlier today. Lucid is kind of like a meme stock. It's like Tesla, a meme. It's like a Tesla stock, a meme stock, and who knows? It just goes on its own wherever it goes. It's not. I mean, the Fed really has zero effect on it. China has zero effect on it. There is a chip shortage, but they're not producing that many cars that the chip shortage, 100 chips that way or 1,000 chips that way, is gonna screw up their numbers. I'm sure they've been planning to make these cars for a long time, so I'm sure they already have the chips they need for the first couple of months. It's not like they're producing 1 million cars this year. I think they are trying and produce 20,000 cars. So nothing incredible there. I'm going to tell you this. This is a hype stock. After the car comes out, they announce it, or this delivery, and we see the next this thing's above 30. I'm probably going to be done playing this stock. This stock is not going to $60. I think it has potential to get up to the mid-30s if the news is right or they surprise everyone with the car and it gets a lot of press. But this stock isn't going back to $60 anytime soon. Anything's possible. I mean, the way stocks move. But more than likely, this stock's going to probably sit around $20, $25 once they release the car. Like I said, they're only going to make 20,000 cars next year. Do the math. What's 20,000 times, even at $150,000 a car? They're not making any money. They're not, it's peanut revenue for a company, with a $50 billion value. What is the valuation? Let's take a look. 43, at $30, it has a $50 billion valuation. Let's do the math. If they make 20,000 cars, let's see here. 20,000 cars times $150,000 equals 3.9 billion. Is that it? I don't know, 3.9 billion maybe, somewhere in there, and they still lose money. So like I said, Lucid is it's a great company. It's going to have a great product, and but it's going to take a while for it to go somewhere. So it's definitely there. Sandra Slot says, Rent Slots mods get paid a day off. So big shout out to the mod squad. Thanks for all you do. Unfortunately, it's terrific that we are up over $1 million today. But and at one point today, we were actually in the green for the year, but we are still down for the year right now, $200,000. So we were at one point down $1.6 million this year. So we've had an epic comeback as promised. I told you guys I wasn't giving up. So hopefully tomorrow we can be positive for the year. Like I said, this thing goes to $28. If this thing goes to $28 tomorrow, we'll be up another $1 million. It'll be crazy. So thank you, Mikey the Fish. Welcome, Theo from South Dakota. Unknown Prodigy, that is absolutely amazing. You deserve it. You stuck it out. I would never have held Lucid with all that money invested as it dropped like a stone. Well, thank you. And that's why I said you have to do those hedges. You have to do those things because it is a large position. And, the hedges, I'd be up $1 million+ right now without the hedges. But at the same token, I could be down $2 million, $1 million more than I would have been. So it all works out. You just have to be patient with them and stuff. And so I was a little bit slow to move on some of my hedges. But like I said, overall, it worked out. Steven says, I'm waiting for funds to settle to buy a Lucid, and it keeps going up. Yeah. Like I said, I think mid-30s. I think by next week, mid-30s or at least $30. So definitely should keep going. Would you buy SPY puts? It's really tough to say what's going on in the markets. Well, I know what's going on there. I think they're going to keep continuing to come down, and September's never a good month anyways. But, you just got to know your stocks and how much it's already come down and stuff. So, let's see. Mikey the Fish, 7-figure day, outstanding. Thank you so much. Clark says, work hard for what I want because I want to come to me without a fight. I have to be strong, courageous, Lucas Logan. Thank you for that. Sure. I think that's what is that? I think that's what is it, a spam message or something? I guess my mods are sleeping. They like that Lucas Logan guy. So, let's see. Benny the Mac. Good to see you, Benny. You're the man, Raja. Hi from Australia. I was up all night watching Lucid. Benny, where you been? I never see you in my live streams anymore. This Thursday night, I will be live. Unfortunately, not tonight. I have to take Joe to a doctor's appointment today. So, Judy, that's the news I wanted to hear. Up. Thank you so much, Judy. Whistleblower, yep. Lucid, $42 billion company. So, Edward says, are you in BBIG? I am not. I'm not playing any meme stocks right now. I am just playing the real stuff that works and will make us lots of money, get back on track. Like I said, it's nothing exciting. It's nothing sexy. But you know what? Money in the bank is sexy enough, even without a lot of flash. So, and I have a system that works with these puts. And like I said, you'll start seeing that a lot more again with like the put opportunity here with the 1200s and chasing these things up. And like I said, even if this thing was to drop, you just ride these out. They don't go anywhere. You just, every week, it's like a progressive jackpot until it hits. I know Lucid at some point, even if it's not this week, next week, or 2 weeks from now, is going to be at $27 or, and so I wouldn't go right the 50s. You want to be as close to the strike price as possible because that's where the best premium is. But you definitely don't want to, be way out of the thing, but every week you'll make money no matter what if it's not in the money. So, Devin says, did you see Marin Software? I did not. How's that doing? I haven't even looked at that one. MRIN. Nice little pop there after hours. This one's also been a big meme stock that as here when it took off, and but it's crazy. Look at all these charts like Clover we played, the BBIGs. When you look at these charts, but you just get slaughtered in them. Very tough to play. That BBIG last week cost me $600,000-700,000. Like I said. I made a lot of money playing Lucid, playing my system that works, and I lost a lot of money playing meme stocks. I had some successes with them, but overall, it's just a distraction, and it doesn't work for me. So, thank you, Sean Ravencraft. Thank you so much. Frank says, LCI with possible COVID treatment. Sure, let's pull it up. LCI. Let's see. It's a pretty cheap stock, not a whole lot of movement over a 6-month period, actually down from its highs. So if they do have something, it could go. Nothing special volume-wise, but never know. Could go big. So Anissa, wow, congrats, Raja. That's BBBB. That's the biggest day you've had on the stock market. Do you remember what you were trading? What's the biggest day you've had on the stock market? So it was on Apple. My biggest day was a little over $2 million on Apple calls when Apple had gone up. I had a bunch of contracts on like a Friday. They were, I don't know, like 2 or 3 points out of the money for 10 cents. I don't know, some ridiculous amount I had, and Apple just took off. I've done that a couple of times on stocks on like Fridays where they're long shots, but I don't know. I mean, to throw 100,000 at something. I mean, if I'm kicking myself because I said when Lucid was down and these calls were 50 cents for the $25 strikes, I was like, maybe I should buy another 1,000 for $500,000. I was like, I don't know. I already got 1,000 of them. I was kind of like, and then it started coming up, and then I'm hedging, and at 23 because it's still it's 4 points away. But like I said, this thing, it can fly in one day's time. So definitely have to watch them and stuff. And big shout out Marjorie Vargas Slots. Thank you for being a YouTube sponsor, and she has access to those really cool emojis. So. Edward says, thanks for your input. Very much appreciated. Very welcome. Thank you, Devin, for the good job, Raja, on the profits today. Unknown Prodigy says, how about Wynn? Wynn Casinos dropped like 50% on the Macau news over the last month. Could be a big play. So here's what I think about these casino stocks. The ones in Macau, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. The casino stocks that have the most opportunity, I think, to do good are the ones that have the online gambling and other stuff tied to them, because that's what it's going to be. But let me just do the math. Like I've said with these online gambling sites, like DraftKings. I know DraftKings was down today. I think they had some bad news out. Yeah, there we go, 7%. So, or like MGM Bets and all these, they're spending too much money to acquire users. So they have a deal right now. You can bet up to $5,000 guaranteed bet. So let me explain it like this. So they don't really care. They're matching up bets. If you bet this and he bets this, at the end of the day, they make 10% on the spread. They don't really give a shit who wins or loses. But with that guaranteed bet, if you do a $5,000 bet, they basically make $500. So you bet $5,000 and you lose, they're guaranteeing you that bet to get you as a new customer on your opening up to $5,000 on your opening trade. So they're paying $5,000 for a new customer. If you just come in, you make a $5,000 bet, they actually make $500. It's a great day. You win. Everybody's happy. If you lose and they give you that bet again for $5,000, they have a $4,500 loss. But if you bet the $5,000 again, they make $500. So they have a $4,000 customer acquisition to get a customer. So a lot of people are making these bets and they figure, your odds of losing twice are pretty slim on if you know anything about sports and can pick two right teams over the period. So the cost to get these users and acquisition is through the roof, and people are just scamming them, opening these accounts and doing it. They're hoping you get whales, or they're hoping even if you win, you just keep playing into oblivion, because that's what a market maker wants. And it's kind of like the stock market, kind of like I said with Kenny and the research team. When you're playing 50 stocks, I mean, you could have one home run in there, and you could have 3 home runs, but it's so many of them you can't watch them, and that's how you wind up losing. It's the same thing with sports betting. What do you think of? There's only one game of the year a bookie hates to take. This isn't a sport. This is a bookie. So a bookie's not using a sports book where they're matching up bets and percentages, and basically it's a no-lose situation. He's trying to do it himself on his own book of business. There's only one game a year the bookie doesn't want to take bets on. And you know what game that is? The Super Bowl, because there's only one game that day. He kills it on college football days where people are betting 10, 20 games a day, because you just can't win. Even if you bet 10, let's say you bet 10 games a day, if you bet 10 games today at $1,000 a game for $10,000, the bookie makes $1,000 off you. So you're already down 10%. No matter what you do, you're down 10%. Now, you've got to win, so at a 10 games to make money, and what's everything you have to. I mean, the odds of winning 7 out of 10 to come out ahead for the day are very slim, and that's what a bookie wants, and that's how they make money, and that's why they don't lay off the money, because they don't really care. As long as they're somewhere matched up with what they're doing and stuff. So Justin says, "Wait, what? Up over $1 million? Wow, congrats! Your strategy is paying off." Thank you, Justin. $1 million today, guys. So definitely a great day. Too fit to quit. Great job. You stayed patient for a long time and kept implementing your strategy with belief. I was looking forward to today's video after I saw Lucid popping. Thank you so much, Satoshi. Good job, Raja. Thank you so much, Satoshi. But hey, guys. So like I said, one more time, take a look at this. $1 million today. So. Finally, nice comeback day. Hopefully this continues. I would, Lucid tomorrow could be down a little bit. Just depends what's going on. After hours, it is down 30, 40 cents. So, but like I said, we're fully hedged here, so we have some good plays. If Lucid does go down, 30, 40 cents tomorrow, this will obviously move a little bit, but there's a huge premium in it for 3 days. This is the big one that will move a lot. This still has a long time. This has, 20 days left. It's not like it expires tomorrow, but this one expires in 3 days. If this doesn't get near $28 pretty quickly, this 86 cents is going to come down very fast. So hopefully it should come down faster than this one, unless there was just some drastic drop. If this drops 3 points tomorrow, this will drop, $1.50. And this will, come down to 15 cents. So it definitely would be lopsided. But I think Lucid has the momentum. There's, like I said, everyone's talking about it for next week. Markets are going to continue to be turbulent over the next few days with the Fed meetings and different stuff. Like I said, the Fed interest, all this stuff doesn't really affect Lucid. It's kind of its own animal, to say. So it should be pretty good. But thank you guys so much. Big shout out to all our Patreon members. You guys got all my trades in real time that I've been making. So hopefully you guys made a lot of money. Just go to patreon.com/Raja Makes Money, and you can get all my trades real time as I make them. And everyone else, if you haven't followed me yet on Facebook, make sure you click that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button and tell your friends. I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, so help me get there. But thank you guys so much, and hope everyone has another great day in the market tomorrow. If you didn't have a great day, hope you have a great day. Otherwise, have a great day in the market tomorrow, and I'll see everybody tomorrow, usual time. So take care and enjoy the rest of your